still carries you single-handedly to the top of Metal Gear. So this is unskippable.
A snake.
So you have to watch this.
You're still alive. I won't die as long as you still live. Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure. Just because you destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I am done fighting. Fighting? What are you really after? A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be. That is Big Boss's fantasy. It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict will breed conflict. New hatred will arise. Then we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence. But as long as there are people, there will always be war. But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best. Is that the only reason? Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us? I don't want that kind of world. Ah! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well,
Quick pace before the final. Quick pace before the final.
Kill it. Next one. What? Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades? That was...
Business.
I watched your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy.
That's interesting, right? Watching on the camera, maybe Snake was like,
You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way. Created?
was enfants terribles.
Les enfants terribles.
Because that scene was unskippable.
That's
So
what
you
the project was
playing it again, this is all you saw.
In the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as a model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
Big Boss. The father was wounded in combat and
Anyway,
already
so I did my part.
So they created us from his cells. With a combination of 20th century analog cloning.
Analog.
Super baby.
That's just so much better.
Super baby method.
They fertilized an egg with one of father's cells.
Sounds like a whole
Then
different
divided
game.
into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to
Bus
someone's
babies.
uterus. Later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal
What?
In Poland, we'd have 8 solid snakes.
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born.
Damn.
So it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born.
Shit. Jess, what the fuck are you doing?
You and I aren't his only children. What? The genome soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic
I think
legacy.
the point, what
But
Kojima does is like, he throws all this plot at you, and then boss fight, you have no time to think.
Yeah.
The mysteries of humanity were laid bare.
Oh god.
Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic
Really good
thinking
quality
to the
CD.
proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted into the members of the next generation special forces.
This guy did it.
That's how
Yeah.
we became the genome
That's my
soldiers.
chemistry teacher.
That's right.
That's right.
The genome soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers
No.
with the same genes as ours. The genome soldiers. That's right. They are our brothers.
Man, even that guard,
That's one guy?
I killed him like 7 times.
Numerous sacrifices. Sacrifices. Human
Sacrifices. It's like an old man finding someone sleeping under his
Crazy.
house.
The Gulf War.
This is too much stuff. In the 70s, the Gulf War.
Genes. The Gulf War syndrome.
But
that
that's not how
hundreds of
genes
thousands
work.
You cannot inject someone with genes. What the fuck does it even know?
Guys, please.
Okay, sir.
Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was
Everyone.
caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
Right.
That was just a cover story issued by
Actually.
the Pentagon. First they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, right.
Then chemical or biological weapons. But poison gas detection
Do you
units
think that
and the anti-sarin
Had
injections,
Liquid
they
been
were
alive
all just
today,
a cover-up of the
would
secret
he be an
genetic experiments.
anti-vaxxer?
No.
So then,
No, he ordered a vaccine from the
Yeah,
government.
we pro-vaxxer, take it.
reported by Gulf War veterans are... Yes. They too are our brothers and sisters.
Okay, wait, that's...
So the genome soldiers mean that the experiments were a success. Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We are on the verge of extinction. What?
Yeah, good
Have
question.
you ever heard of the asymmetry theory?
Oh my god.
Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of
There's so much blood, you need an energy drink. Can I have some?
From the same problem.
Oh,
Signs of
shit.
asymmetry.
Alright, I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay, you're
Okay,
leaving.
guys, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic
Where are you
information.
going? You're not going
One big
home.
boss's
Ah, you got a
DNA
leftover coke.
family. It's very touching. In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? It increases the chance that their genes will be passed on to a
For
new
sure
generation.
read a lot of books for
Altruism
such a
among
buff guy.
relatives is a response to natural selection. It's called the selfish gene.
Ah, Richard Dawkins.
Telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers? You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then I'm going to go beyond. In order to break the curse of my heritage.
Okay.
And to do that, first, I will kill you.
Alright, kill me. But...
Look behind you.
Meryl!
Is she alive? I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name. Oh, stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name. I have a name. No, we have no past, no future, and even if we did, it wouldn't be truly ours. You and I are just copies of our father, Big Boss. America. As soon as we've finished our business, we're almost out of time. You're talking about Fox time. No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Maybe we'll get some fucking truth.
Colonel, can you hear me? Yes, I'm listening. What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by
Joe Biden?
to bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface piercing
That's the worst kind of tactical...
Metal Gear is destroyed.
Tell the Secretary of Defense.
Sorry.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi
It's
double-crossed
time to
us.
go
and
Raccoon
he's worried
City
about
on this
Fox
island.
dying. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here. He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence along with anyone who knows anything.
Joe Biden.
Don't worry,
man.
Snake.
Fucking Joe
I'll
Biden.
stop the nuclear strike.
Yeah,
Now,
sure.
I may only be a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape. But, Colonel, if you do that... It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Merrill was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me. Those bastards. I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You better get out of there, Snake. Are you sure? It'll be bad for you. Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you after all the lies.
I agree.
Colonel, I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. What are you doing? Mei-Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake the Colonel.
Roy
Joe
has been
Biden.
relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Hausman. Put the Colonel back on. He's been placed under arrest for leaking
Oh, it has such an evil tone.
and for the crime of high treason. Ridiculous. Yes, he's a ridiculous man.
How did
That's
they,
not what we meant.
That he was
how
in
did they
command of
break
this
into a
operation.
submarine?
Bastard. There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing. President ordered this.
American government's pretty. Barack Obama.
I have
No, it would be
complete
George
authority.
Bush.
Yeah.
How do you plan on
What's
explaining
it, Dick
the
Cheney?
nuclear attack on Alaska to the media? Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story.
Jeez.
We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear
As
device.
usual.
That happens.
Smart.
Clever.
You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the genome army, everyone. Donald, the DARPA chief is already dead. So you didn't mean to kill the DARPA
Aw,
chief
it was
after
his
all.
buddy.
He was my friend. And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh? Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them. What are you talking about? Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back. I don't have it. I see. Oh well, that's
Wrong
okay.
answer, Snake.
You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do. Farewell.
Well, bombs are coming. Should we just talk it out or
No way out for
have a
us.
battle to the death like every other boss?
Let's finish this before the air strike. You stole everything from me. Only your death can satisfy me. Only your death can return to me what is rightly mine.
Can a nuke kill him?
She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle.
Do you know the speech now? The unskippable speech?
No.
I think I
It will be
do.
the time limit for our final battle. This nuclear module is set to detonate.
See, how do you even program the